Well, the health department says otherwise. As a result, Sister St. Joseph's campus on Harlem Road is canceling all elective surgery today. Check-in WBEN Mutual Fund Store, 30-minute ticker now. The Dow down 31 points right now at 18,563. The NASDAQ up 2.7 at 50.92. The support Trump, he didn't probably support Trump. He had two vague indicators as to where it should go. And then the crowd was not happy. I can tell you that. They were not happy. And so I'm asking, is the party for and will it affect his future? Of course, it will affect his future. If he thinks he's going to come back in 4 years,
From this area?
Donald Trump just tweeted a small group of people.
Just these two. The rest of them, I don't care if you take 3 weeks.
Okay, that's good.
I'm sorry. No problem.
And WBGN will have live coverage of the far-right of Republican National Convention. Tim Williams, Bob Owen, and Brian Mazel.
My father came to this country in, I think it was, oh God, I have the dates, but I don't remember. Well, my dad was schooled in Sicily to make shoes and to repair shoes, so he didn't like the glass company, he didn't like working on an assembly line, so he started repairing shoes in Corning. And at that time, Corning being a small little town, there wasn't enough room for a bunch of guys fixing shoes, so he came to Buffalo. He was a good, there wasn't a guy today, I don't care anybody, even back when they're prime in Buffalo, all their shoe repairmen, nobody could light a candle to my dad. I mean, he was the best. I mean, not because he was my father, because I seen his work and I seen other people's work. My father was terrific. I mean, you know, nobody did work like him. He was meticulous, he did everything right, he didn't take no shortcuts, he bought the best materials, he did work on time, and he worked. I mean, he was in the store at 5 in the morning, didn't go home until 9, 10 o'clock at night. I mean, he really worked, and it showed in what he did. And it kind of rubbed off, I guess. I do the same thing, you know, so. But he always said, if you do good work, fair price, and good materials, you'll have people. And that's the truth, and we do. Yeah. He was quite the guy.
What was his name?
Joseph, like mine.
Yeah.
We're the same. Giuseppe Bavisotto. Yeah, that's his name. He was quite the man. And then they had a couple of these. They took pictures of these. I did a couple of things for the news, like I said, for the newspaper many years ago. That was.
But what about the photo?
Oh, this photo here. Okay, here. Oh, yeah. You could. I'll tell you about this. This is kind of interesting. There's my father. That's his younger brother, my Frank, and my uncle Sam. My father, Sam, Gaetano, and Pietro, they all came from Sicily together with my grandmother. Frank, Stella, and Walt, they were born here. Well, you remember years and years ago, there was a program called the $64 million question, and there was the shoemaker, this guy, Gino Prato. He was this is the original one, he signed it. He was on the $64 million question, and he won the big prize, and he was a shoe repairman. And he toured the country. He came around to different shops. And he came to our shop when we were at the 1516, and he took a picture with my father and my Uncle Frank and my Uncle Sam. They were working. Yeah, that was pretty eventful. That was kind of a neat thing. And everything I have in the store is American made, except for my leather soles, which I buy out of Italy, one cement I buy from Germany, and everything else is American. Some rubber that I buy from comes from Italy also, but it's an American company. But yeah, and I look for it. It costs more, but I don't care. It's American. I don't want to buy no Chinese or Korean or Russian stuff because to me it's garbage. But that's how it goes. Like some of these shoes up here, like these are $800 shoes. Some of the men's shoes they're $400. So the people are buying good shoes, and even the inexpensive shoes are worth repairing. I mean, if you buy them, like say for $20 or $30 or $40, putting a pair of heels on for $13 or $14 is still worth it, for ladies' work. Interviews I had with Buffalo Spree magazine and the Buffalo News, and a few things went along the line, only because I'm probably last of the Mohegans, so I guess maybe that's where it came in. I don't think many people want to work 15 hours a day, even though it's your own, which is okay, but it's not like you're making big money, but it's all right. I'm happy. It's all that counts. I don't know, we moved from the west side up to here, went to school, I went to Hutch Tech, took architectural and engineering, which is a good school. I loved that. That was a great education there. I always liked working with my dad, and when my mother passed away, she died young, so I helped my father and just kept on working. I don't mind. I like what I do here, other than getting married, having 4 kids, and driving you crazy. And other than that, my life is probably not very eventful, really, to tell you the truth. But other than that, I don't know. It's mostly been centered around working here.
Kind of like a routine.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're right. It is kind of like a routine. My wife says I'm always predictable, but I guess maybe I am when it comes to you get up every day, you go to work, you go home, then you relax. But when I'm here, I actually relax when I'm here. Even though I'm working, I feel like I'm relaxing. So once in a while, you get a couple of customers that drive you crazy. Other than that, everything is okay. When you deal with people, you gotta take them with a grain of salt. And like my dad said, the customer's always right. So no matter what happens, yes sir, yes ma'am, we'll take care of it. So.
Who do you think voted for Trump? Republicans. Those are Republicans that they're dissing. And now he expects to go back to the same well.
It's not so much the shoes. It's not the money. It's the people. I enjoy my customers. I enjoy talking to people. I've seen families here where they got married, now they have kids, their kids are coming in. You see that. That's wonderful. And shoes. Shoes are shoe. You fix one, you can fix 100 of them. But it's the customers, it's the people behind the shoe that's important. Talking to them. And now that the neighborhood's changing, you get new people coming in. We have different families now. There's a lot of Iraqi families or Iranians. We have Somalis and we have some Vietnamese. They're all new people and they have different stories, and that's kind of nice to hear them. And they're struggling, they're trying. They remind me back when we were kids, when our family was trying. My grandmother and they couldn't speak English. You'd have to go and try to interpret for them. And these people are trying, so they're becoming good Americans. And it's changed. Demographics have changed, where the immigration was from Europe, now it's coming from the East and the South. So, so it's good as long as they're good people and they work hard. That's all that counts. Become good Americans. We never really went any place for vacation except we would go to Corning, New York. We would take the train and go see our family down in Corning. And that was quite a nice ride on the train. That was kind of an experience thing. We did that a few times, not much. And then in the summer, that was on the Bavasoto side of the family. On my mother's side of the family, we would have we'd have a family picnic at Ellicott Creek. And my father and my mother's brothers, because they had 5 sisters and 3 brothers, there was among my cousins. We only had 3 or 4 cars in the family at that time, and they would drive back and forth, dropping off people at the park, and we'd spend all day having a picnic, with family. And of course, it wasn't being we were Italian. We didn't have hot dogs or hamburgers. We had lasagna, eggplant, and all the good stuff, pastas, and everything else. And my cousins, we always play ball and run around. And I used to tell my Uncle Mariano, and my Uncle Gus, hey, those kids over there, they got hot dogs and hamburgers, He goes, what do you want to eat that stuff for? He says, garbage. He says, we got sausage. Look at all the good food we have. I says, I know, but So following year goes, we come back again. Those kids are out there, we're playing, and they always ask, what do you got to eat? And we always tell them we got the same old stuff. So my uncle, he says, we got a surprise for you kids. And I go, what's the surprise? What do you see? So later in the evening, we had hot dogs. We each got a hot dog and a hamburger and a bottle of Oscar pop. It was those little small bottles of pop, because we had wine to drink and whatever else to drink. And my cousin Bernie, she looks at me, she goes, Joe, we finally became Americans. I thought that was kind of funny. What I should have, I always feel God makes me do things for a reason, and I kind of say to myself, if this is what you want me to do, I'll do it. And I'll do it to the best I can, and that's all I could ask. And I think because of that, you do something, and I think God takes care of you, and you move along. So that's what's important. And there's always going to be little glitches in life. I mean, I don't think anybody goes through life without having some complications or some type of things. And as long as you have the strength and the fortitude and the knowledge, you go forward. That's about the best thing you can do. I guess maybe having more education would have been great. I think I would have, I guess you could never have enough education. But then again, I see people that have a lot of education, they're not worth 2 cents, so who knows? But yeah, Hurdle Avenue has changed. It went from the 50s booming, then the 60s it kind of died off, and then it kind of came back a little bit, kind of died down. Now it's gangbusters. And the reason it came back really is there's been a good stock of people here. Good people, good doubles, good hardworking families. And again too, because we have a lot of good stores. Now that have come back, the antique shops made it nice because they didn't want to pay the high rents on Elmwood down, so they came up to Hurdle Avenue and they've helped out. And we have a good theater. We've always had a nice theater. And then we've got a lot of good restaurants. Hurdle Avenue is restaurant row and bar row, so that helps out. But for us, it's always been a good shoe repairing business. It's always been great here. Even with all the shoe repair shops, we've always had good business. I was going to wear them this weekend.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Okay, and boots, right?
Yes.
It's $33, huh?